Welcome everyone. Welcome to the another episode of Unmuted Friday. So our today's session is related to making Sage 300 location smart with APPSeCONNECT. To have this session, I have with me Ashish. Hi Ashish.
Hello.
So my first question to you, Ashish, for today is what was the core business challenge that led to the need for location-specific inventory sync in Sage 300?
Okay. So if you look for the integration side, Sage 300 has major drawback. A warehouse-wise inventory is not managed in the API. Only against an item you get the sum of all the warehouse, maybe sum of all purchase orders, on hand, sum of all quantities against sales order, but not items specific, warehouse specific quantity. So that was the major challenge which we faced, and in API it is not there.
Okay. Sage 300 provide only location lists and not warehouse specific inventory. How big of a limitation is this for growing a business?
Okay, let's say I have a business, okay, and if my ERP is giving you list on warehouse specific quantity, but through API you cannot fetch this, so it would be a big problem for you, because in integration you'd be needing warehouse specific inventory, because that's what my e-commerce demands. So this is two heterogeneous platform and you need to make it talk to each other.
Yeah.
What do? You need to find a solution wherein you can get warehouse specific inventory, and that's where you are stuck and you want a solution.
Okay.
So that's why you go into the market to look for a solution, and who can support this solution for you.
Okay. So can you explain how IC Teams API behaves today and why it fails to reflect real-time inventory movements like SOs, POs or adjustments?
Okay. So in Sage 300, you have IC items, which is your item module, and when there's a purchase order, sales order, or maybe location stock movement between the warehouse, this is not traced back to your IC item, so there is no link available. So whenever there's a movement of all these places, the quantity doesn't get changed on your IC items, because IC items holds your sum of all the quantities. So that's where the real problem comes in. Okay. Obviously you can export data out of your platform and then rectify your reports or maybe e-commerce, but you cannot do this on daily basis.
Okay.
So that's a huge challenge for the business.
What gaps did you identify around date and time handling in Sage 300 inventory, and how does this impact in operational accuracy?
Okay. So in sales, money matters, and
Obviously.
you do not want your business to go into loss.
Definitely.
Why I said money matters and you do not want your business to go into loss, because if you have inventory, you sell it. Yeah. If your business model in a way wherein you don't have inventory and you don't want to sell it,
okay,
and you oversell it,
okay,
then it will come a problem, because your real-time inventory is not managed, right? Sage by default stores your date, not time. So in a day, let's say if 10 times it got changed, 10 times you have to fetch that information and then give it to the website. If chronological order would have been maintained, then automatically it would have been managed. But API and web services are actually not optimized at this stage. Surely in future it will come in, but at this stage it is not there. So that's where a solution is there which can overcome all these problems.
Got it. So how does APPSeCONNECT and Sage 300 extension overcome these native platform limitations?
Okay. So we have an extension, okay, and what we do, if any platform has some problems or any process has some problem or business has some needs, we give a solution. Giving solution is what APPSeCONNECT does, solving your problems. So as I said, date chronology, summation of all the warehouse, all the drawbacks that was there within the process, that is something that we are giving in our solution. So that's where this entire picture comes in of it, because in integration you cannot rely on loopholes, you cannot rely on manual activities, you cannot rely on person doing a mistake. You need solution under one roof. You do not want to go everywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah. So everything should be under one roof. That was APPSeCONNECT does.
Okay. So scalability is a common concern. How does this solution perform when business scale locations, warehouses or transaction volumes?
Okay, great questions. Because I'll give you an example. One of our customer, every 3 months, one warehouse is introduced in his business. Now, his requirement was in a way not only warehouse was introduced, calculations within those warehouse also introduced. So, let's say if some of the two warehouse, if it is minus quantity, then send 0. Like this, many complex logics were there. It was very difficult for them to handle. That's where the scalability comes into a picture, because we kept into a mind wherein you can pull data based on warehouse, you can pull data based on items within a warehouse, you can pull data based on date, you can pull data based on X number of factors. So within filters, we gave so many options that any business need can support it. You can scale it to a level you can't think of.
Got it.
That's what it is.
So from a business perspective, how accurate location-wise inventory visibility improve decision making and customer experience?
Okay. So again, I will give an example, because a lot of my answers would come from customers, because they face a lot of challenges, and that's what we do.
Yeah,
we
real-time scenarios are always good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my customer was facing this issue. He was either overselling or underselling, mainly because the real-time inventory was not there. So with our extension, he got a flexibility wherein as and when there is a change in the inventory movements within locations, let's say from one warehouse to another, positive adjustment, negative adjustment, or a sales order or a purchase order, anything, the level goes down. We trace that change and we then sync it back into the website, which was not possible earlier with the legacy system, because in legacy system every day you have to do daily processing. Daily processing is the activity in ERP which you have to do to reconcile things. So you have to ask someone to sit into the system every 1 hour, half an hour, maybe every 15 minutes to do a daily processing, so that it gets reflected. So again, loss of money. Instead, we have a solution which will save you time, money, and then smooth operation.
Yeah. So when you have an option to automate, why not?
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
So for our today's session, the last question is, looking ahead, how do you see solutions like this shaping the future of ERP inventory management for mid-market and enterprise level?
Okay. So when you're running a business, you have a lot of things in your operations. You have to take a lot of responsibilities. Everything you have to do within the business. Now, you can't waste your time in building a process, or maybe forging a fort where the leak is there, or maybe covering up all the mishap happening within the business. Instead, why not just focus on your sales? Why not just focus on how to make your business grow? Why not just to focus on how seamless you can run your business? Just focus on this, leave everything else to APPSeCONNECT, because APPSeCONNECT does what it has been doing for ages, like smooth integration platform, and it will take all your responsibilities whereas data integration is concerned, because it's scalable and we know how it needs to be done. So you'll get experience, you'll get a solution, and you will get a trust from us as well that we are there in business for long.
Okay.
So that's what you'll get.
So lastly, as always, so what will be your suggestion to our viewers who are using Sage 300 for a long time, or who are thinking of having a Sage 300 as an ERP to automate their business, how they can grow?
Okay. So basically our extension, it gets into your system, it gives you extended hand, not to worry, and it will give you data within your system, whatever logic that you are planning to implement, and it gives you extended hand to sync data and just leave it to the system. Okay, wherever there is a gap, it will pick the data from there, it will do. Just focus on your sales. Do not waste your energy on manual input or all those activities that you do, because ultimately when you're saving money, when you're saving time, why you want to take those headache? Focus energy on right things rather on just wasting your energy on small things within the business. So always focus on money, okay, and saving time.
Thank you, Ashish. Lastly, I want to just conclude it in that way, like when you have the option, as Ashish said, that when you have the option to automate your business with APPSeCONNECT, then why not to choose it? And when you have the option to grow, why not to take it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so with that said, we can just wrap up our today's session of Unmuted Friday. See you in another session. Till then, good night, have a great day, and wish you a very happy new year.
Happy New Year.
Thank you, Ashish.
Thank you.